Hello, it's Ellen here from Crafty Ellen H, and I'm here with you with an interactive card for Newton's Nook design. And of course, I'm going to use a lot of Newton's Nook products, so I first will show you which one I used. The first thing is the Winston's Lake House stamps and dies. The second one is Newton's Rainy Day. And then as last stamp set, I will use the Umbrella Pause stamp set. So let's get started. Of course, I first colored the images. I didn't include the coloring in this video because I wanted to focus on how I made the card instead of how I colored the images. But I will make sure that I mention every Copic coloring on the blog posts. Because this video will be shown on my own blog as well as on the Newton's Nook blog, and I will be sure that it will be mentioned on both of them. I first want to show you how you can make this interactive card base on your own if you don't have a die that does it for you. So I'm using the frames and flag die set for it. And I first cut out the scalloped frame, as you can see here. The second thing you need to do is placing a smaller piece. This piece is also included in the frames and flag die set. And here you can see I don't completely cut through this die. That's because my top plate is not completely covering the die, and that ensures that the top part is not cut because there is no pressure when it goes into your sizzix. And here you can see how that worked out. So you can completely make this on your own if you want. But I have a die set that does it for me. So I am going to use the die that does it, just because I wanted to have some dimension. And I want to show you how you can easily use dies together to have what you want. You can see here I just place it in my die and taped it down and cut it, and now I have the same little how you call a piece, that flap piece that you use for putting that top part up and down. So the next part is I also used the wave border dies to make these beautiful waves, and I'm using distress oxides for it, and it's going to complete my scene actually. So what I use is Salty Ocean and Mermaid Lagoon, and when I'm done I'm using my mini mister with some water in it, and I put it a little bit of pearl powder in it, and I'm just flicking it on top of these pieces. And when I found my my toilet paper, I dab it off. So then you can see how beautiful the waters react on that ink. Then I use the Dilution White Spray ink to do just the same as the water, just sprinkle it on. Then I have some really white flicks on it too. And then I'm using from Heidi Swap also some blue spray ink. You can see the sun was really shining. So I put my paper a little bit on top so I don't mess up my pink inks with my blue inks. That's what I was doing here. And here I use worn lipstick as darker pink and tattered rose as a little brighter pink ink. And these oxide inks are really wonderful. They blend so much better than just normal distress inks. So it really makes it more fun to use different colors together. I didn't do that yet, but I think I think we all should try that. Definitely, I'm going to do it in the next video. So now I want, of course, to show you how I put it down on my front flap. This card is gonna be sent out to a friend that lives in America, and I was so honored to see her in September. It was so much fun. Of course, it was the first time, but I hope it wasn't the last time I saw her. So I first wanted to glue down these waves just on top of it, but I thought, no, let's put some dimension on top of it. So I changed my mind, and I think it's much better. That gives you the dimensioning your card really does a lot with your card. If you have flat cards, I think, yeah, I don't know. It just makes it so much more fun if you have some dimension showing. Here I'm probably looking for something. So when it's glued down, I'm going to take my pieces and try to make a scene. As you know me, I love making scenes. That's why I also like the Note and Snook stamps, because you can use so many sets together and make all kind of scenes that you never saw before. You have so much possibilities. That's what I wanted to say. And I really just love making scenes. They look so much like book illustrations, and I really loved it. When I was young, I always read books with beautiful covers, and the covers were more important for me than the story it was telling. So back to the card, you saw me cutting down that interactive part of my foam from my foam, and this foam is also from Note and Snook Designs, really a good foam. And I cut it out because we don't want to have that in there, because we want to put something in the card, of course. So you can see my first scene is completely in the card, and then I'm creating the rest of my inside piece with that funny hamster umbrella. And I also changed up my mind for the Miss You, because I thought in blue it was, yeah, you have the blues from the raindrops, and it just was missing a little bit more blue. And I use my ruler to have like a straight line for my letters. Then it's actually almost done. I used some not Wink Stella, but something like it. I don't remember the name, I'm sorry. And then put glossy accents on top of it, so it looks like it was a rainy Miss You. Because I really miss her so much. So here you can see how the card works. I just included a bow on the side of the card, and inside the card base I will of course send out a sweet message to my friend. I hope you enjoyed this card making video, and see you on the next video or blog post. Bye!